We're going to do double arm circles next, and generally when I do the double arm circles, I'll have one or both legs at coffee table, either in a static position or moving the legs. So I'll go through a couple of variations right now. So first of all, this can be done without any legs at coffee table, but ideally we can do two things at once. So let's find our neutral pelvis. We'll float one, or if you're feeling good, two legs to coffee table. Now, in this position, I'm going to bring my arms up to sleepwalking. Now, the basic variation of this exercise is breathing out as I circle the arms overhead without popping the ribs, breathing in as I come over the body. Now, at the moment, I'm holding my legs completely still and stationary. If I want to make it a bit harder, I could have one leg a little bit further away. I could have both legs a little bit further away, and they don't even have to be symmetrical. Breathing out as I circle out, breathe in as I come over the body. So no doming of your tummy, no loss of alignment, and no discomfort through the lower back. At any stage, you can change your leg position around, make it a little bit easier so you can regress it, or of course make it harder and progress it. I'm now rotating my upper arm bone, my humerus, and I can do that quite slowly as I circle the arms. I'm just going to switch the legs around and change directions. I could rotate completely out and then hold it in that position for a circle or two. I can then slowly rotate in and hold it in that position for a circle or two as well. So whenever you need a rest, as usual, hands on your knees, give yourselves a little round the clock stretch. So that was the large double arm circles. So what I was looking at was as large a range as possible through that shoulder joint of my arm without popping the rib cage. And I was also adding that extra challenge of legs a little bit further away from coffee table. Another option is I could do a single leg stretch whilst I'm doing that. And I'll generally alternate between legs, but of course, if you wanted to, you could do one leg, say the right leg, whilst you circle in one direction, and when you change directions, you could then of course switch to the other leg. I'm just going to do a couple with the left leg, and then I'll finish off with a couple with the right leg. So with our final set that we're going to do in a moment, it's going to be a little bit different. Rather than doing the large circles, what we're going to aim to do is keep our shoulder blades perfectly still. Now to do this, you can't do a large circle. You actually have to do fairly small circles. So maybe the size of a rock melon or a little bit bigger, but not too big, because this arm bone attaches to your shoulder blade, and if you start doing larger movements, your shoulder blades will move around. You can also, again, add that rotation and think about what this bone is doing, not what's happening at the hand or the wrist. So again, I will generally do just the legs at static position. It's a little bit harder to do the leg extensions whilst you're doing only the small circles, and just breathing out as you do that small circle out, breathing in as you come back over the body. At some stage, you'll change directions, and that's a good time for changing your leg position. This is excellent for getting into your rotator cuff muscles, which are basically a group of 4 muscles in each shoulder, and they're like little leather straps. So if you think about the leather strap on, say, a handbag, they're like little leather straps that hold the head of this bone inside what is a very shallow joint, and they help to control the movements and to stabilize. So excellent for mobilizing through the big muscles of the shoulder girdle, but also through those small rotator cuffs.